Good posture, make sure you can see me, find a window, right? 1, 2, ready, and... Music is in some way innately embedded into the human experience. I think if we're a whole person, we are about thoughts and feelings and emotions. So music, the arts, the athletics, the academics does create that whole person, that well-rounded person who has a more complete picture, not only of who they are, but what the world is.
You know, there's certainly things that I remember about the band room and how before she would come into the room, we would all start warming up. But as soon as Miss Wantock walked into the room, it was certainly this feeling of like, okay, we're gonna like set aside some of our like silliness. We're all gonna be part of this really big moment. And so we all need to be ready.
It's really important for me to create a place where students feel like they belong, where they have a home. I guess I kind of look for those students who are like me, who are maybe on the outside and need that place where they belong. Sometimes the band needs the kid, but sometimes the kid needs the band.
When I came to MPA, I came in 6th grade and got to be part of the concert band, and I played trumpet. And then as I got into high school, I started to bring in more cello. And in 10th grade, Miss Wantock came, and it was just this incredibly transformational experience. In my freshman year, it was like guy, 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 and then me, the one like female trumpet player. Miss Wantock recognized that I really had the interest in playing and I had the ability to produce the sound. And so you put me in first chair. And that was a big deal because I'd always been like third chair, you know, or fourth or something. And so for me to be able to play first chair trumpet, especially as a girl, that was really important for me.
So I never look at boy or girl. I always look at capability, rhythm, strength, leadership qualities, and nothing to do with your gender. It had everything to do with you as a person.
That's awesome.
At the beginning of the school year, I show a slideshow that says it's not about band, it's about life. And all these words pop up like discipline, teamwork, work ethic, responsibility. And as I say, the things that make you a good musician or a good ensemble member make you a good human being.
I was in my senior year and we were playing a piece and I don't even remember what we were playing, but I could not get the rhythm right. And I remember that I got really scared and kind of like humiliated, and I remember leaving the band room and you came and found me and you said, the very first thing you said was, "Are you okay?" And I just remember feeling like you really care about me as a person and we're gonna get back on track.
That's just empathy and compassion for a human being. You know, that has to come first. So yeah, everything else is secondary.
Right, right. I really think that Miss Wantock was able to get us to a place where we could have this completely transformational experience as musicians. Miss Wantock invited me to come play a gig, and it was my first time playing a gig. I was so excited, and what I remember is that it was this big space at a church, and there were a lot of people there. But she was this very calming, very practiced, very professional guide for me. It just opened this whole new world for me about being able to play gig music. And so after I graduated from MPA, I started playing in weddings and things in my summertime, and it was a way to connect with other people across the Twin Cities. So what I do now is I work at the University of Minnesota in the School of Dentistry, and I actually work with internationally trained dentists. And many of them talk to me about music as a part of their lives too. It's often a way to connect. It's a way to celebrate culture. The experience that I learned at MPA was about understanding that the music is bigger than just you, but you're able to achieve higher ways of being in being part of this group than you could ever do individually.
I found my place in band. It's where I felt community and belonging and felt like I fit in. And so I want that for my students. I want them to feel that too.
MPA was this safe, nurturing, supportive place, but it was a place where I could really explore and learn so many new things. And I had this feeling like I really want to send our son to MPA. And now he's here in the school year, and already he loves it.
I've always kind of felt every kid deserves an MPA experience. It's that kind of school. I feel blessed to be a part of it. You know, the story that Rachel told and that it made that much of an impact to her, I mean, that's all you can wish for as a teacher. the fear is always that you're doing the opposite. So yeah, it's humbling.
There's so much that goes into teaching music, and you just do it with so much enthusiasm and so much excitement, and it is palpable, and it is something I still think about today. So thank you.
Made me cry.
You're welcome.